Hello everybody, welcome back with another video. This is chapter 2 of the enduring mystery of Jack the Ripper. In the last 4 days, bad luck hit us. Because the last 4 days, the internet just disappeared. It stopped working for some reason. I was going to record part 2 of Jack the Ripper, but the internet just dipped on us, and yeah, this is the only time that I can record a video. So yeah guys, this is chapter 2. Like and subscribe. Part 1 is going to be in the description down below. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna start my recording, and okay, so it's now recording. Yeah guys, the past 4 days, bad luck, man. I couldn't record. I couldn't even study because there's no. Calm down. Okay, this is chapter 2. The last chapter we talked about the killing of, what was the forgotten name? Marfa Tabrin. That was the first victim of Jack the Ripper, and I don't know why I have my lights on, but you know what, I'll just leave the lights on. So yeah, like and subscribe everybody. This video is going to be in the description down below. Subscribe to LEMMiNO, LEMMiNO, and yeah, I love their videos, and I'm very excited to watch more. So yeah, let's go. Chapter 2. Not an atom of evidence. And an ad. Wow. Beautiful. The start of the video is an ad. You know what? Let's just put this in auto because I don't know what the hell's happening. Okay.
On the morning of August the 31st, a man named Robert Paul left his home on Foster Street and headed.
Okay, you know what? This is another reason. The internet is freaking with us. Wow, 480p.
For work.
Okay.
After making a right turn into Bucks Row, he spotted a man standing in the road.
Okay.
The man turned around to face him and said, "Come and look over here. There's a woman lying at the pavement." The stranger was named Charles Cross, and he too had been on his way to work when he first caught sight of the woman. The two men now cautiously approached. The woman's hands were cold to the touch, and Cross believed she was dead. Paul, however, thought he could sense faint breathing. But instead of seeking immediate help, Cross and Paul were more concerned about being late for work. As such, they quickly resumed their morning commute, hoping to notify a policeman along the way.
The reason why they rather go to work than calling the police, because this is the time in England where having a job is very crucial in your life, because it's hard to get a job in the Victorian period or Victorian era. I don't know, but getting a job at this era or period was hard, and it's hard living in a city like London in the 18,000s, because you know it's very industrialized, and we all know the Industrial Revolution. I want to learn about that, but after reacting to the enduring mystery of Jack the Ripper. So yeah, let's go back. Cross and Paul.
Fortunately, Constable John Neal was just around the corner. Neal was equipped with a lantern and found the woman lying on her back with a deep cut across the throat. The wound was still bleeding and parts of her body were still warm. He was soon joined by Constable John Thane, who was sent at once to fetch a nearby doctor. Upon his arrival, shortly after 4 o'clock, Dr. Reese Llewellyn estimated that, quote, she had not been dead more than half an hour.
Oh.
In other words, Cross and Paul had likely found the woman mere minutes after she was killed.
Wow.
Furthermore, 3 officers had patrolled the vicinity just a few minutes prior.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Constable Neal had last inspected Bucks Row at approximately 3:15. So too had Sergeant Henry Kirby, whereas Constable Thane had merely passed the end of the street, none of whom had seen nor heard anything amiss.
That is weird. Knowing that last police presence was 3:15, 15 minutes after the death. And I don't know how that happened. And we all know, we don't even know what happened. But that's the reason why it's a mystery. But imagine that police were patrolling this part of the city and passing it by, nobody. But in a few minutes, there's 2 people, Cross and Paul, telling the police there's a body there. That the doctor said that the killing happened was maybe few minutes ago, like 3:40. Now it's 3:30, and it's weird because imagine police just patrolling and not noticing anything, and just a few minutes later there's a dead body there. Wow.
Upon the body's removal to the mortuary, a shocking discovery was made. Apart from 2 incisions in the throat, the woman had also been, quote, disemboweled.
Oh my God.
No organs had been removed, but Dr. Llewellyn found, quote, several incisions running across the abdomen.
Oh my God.
He also believed that the killer possessed, quote, some rough anatomical knowledge, for he seemed to have attacked all the vital parts.
The killer might actually be a doctor. Maybe. Because knowing that he has anatomical knowledge and he seemed know all the vital parts, and yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. This is the first time learning about Jack the Ripper, but this is just weird. It freaks me out right now. My God. September 1st, 1888. Jeez, okay.
The victim was quickly identified. Her name was Mary Ann Nichols, and she had turned 43 just 5 days before the murder. Nichols had at least 6 children, and her last known address was a common lodging house at 56 Flower and Dean Street. On the night of her death, Nichols had been turned away from a lodging house on Thrall Street as she lacked the funds to pay for a bed. Seeking to raise the money through prostitution.
Yeah, again, another prostitute. Because prostitutions are very common at this time, because it's hard to get a job. And older women, like maybe around 40s, their mid 40s, and or maybe late 40s, late 30s, do prostitution because knowing that they have children to feed, they don't have anywhere to sleep in. Like, she left an apartment that she's sleeping on because she couldn't even afford a bed. So yeah, that's why he resorted to prostitution, and it led to maybe her death because knowing that it's prostitution, and obviously the man might actually be, obviously, he's Jack the Ripper. Maybe he because of prostitution.
Nichols had then ventured down Osborne Street before meeting her friend Ellen Holland. The two of them shared a brief exchange, but Nichols was visibly drunk. When they parted ways around 2:30, Holland saw Nichols staggering eastward along Whitechapel Road. Barely an hour later, she was found dead. Apart from the body itself, The killer had left nothing in their wake. No blood trail, no murder weapon, no witnesses.
That's is why Jack the Ripper is very mysterious, because no evidence. The evidence that is present was the body. But that's the only evidence. And how mysterious it is, because there were police patrolling the spot in the city, and all of the police that patrolled didn't even seen anyone or saw anyone, just lurking around. Like, it's weird. I don't know. It's so hard to make theories about him, because I don't know much about Jack the Ripper. So yeah.
Inspector Joseph Helson, the lead investigator on the case, stated that, quote, "Not an atom of evidence can be obtained to connect any person with the crime."
Told you.
While the Nichols case ground to a screeching halt, its similarities with the Martha Tabram case had not gone unnoticed. In both cases, the attack had been needlessly ferocious,
Overkill.
and there was no discernible motive. Both victims were prostitutes of roughly the same age and moved in the same circles. The only meaningful difference was their injuries. Tabram had been repeatedly stabbed, whereas Nichols had suffered multiple slash wounds. Differences aside, the prevailing assumption was that the same deranged individual had committed both murders. A conviction that would only grow stronger in the days that followed.
Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, because Sherlock Holmes is actually inspired of Jack the Ripper. Because Sherlock Holmes, detective. I don't know much about Sherlock Holmes, but I love the Sherlock Holmes that in Netflix. Was that Sherlock Holmes? That Sherlock Holmes was being rolled by Benedict Cumberbatch. I love that. I love Sherlock Holmes. And yes, I've seen this photo. Or heck, drawing. Okay. So, I know. Another short video. I'm sorry, everybody, because I want it to be chapter by chapter, because for some reason my phone stops recording if it passes the 40 minute mark. So yeah, I know it's just few minutes, it's around 15 or maybe 12. So yeah, the next chapter is chapter 3, no meaning cuts. And I don't know much about Jack the Ripper, okay? Don't judge me, okay? Please. I don't know much about Jack the Ripper. That's the reason why I wanted to react to this. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe. Thank you for the views. That's the video. Part 1. 48 or maybe 43. But hey, that's a lot. So thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Goodbye.